Today I'm here to drive the Harrier EV. इस गाड़ी ने धूम मचा के रखी है इंडियन मार्केट में. And before driving that, I've got someone who will tell me everything regarding that car, but also regarding the future plans of Tata.ev and the EV ecosystem that's growing in India. With me is none other than Vivek Srivatsa, Chief Commercial Officer for Tata.ev. And today we're going to talk about everything Tata and the electric cars that they have brought in and also the future. So first of all, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And we're going to start with the car which I remember driving the first time, the Nexon EV.
Yeah.
So has been the journey from the first Nexon EV to today. We're standing next to your latest car.
Yeah. No, it's been a wonderful journey of discovery. A lot of ups and downs, I would say. Yeah. Initially, obviously, customers could not even believe that EV could be brought mainstream. With the Nexon.
Yeah.
Those days, it was 30 kilowatt.
Yes.
A lot of questions around charging infrastructure, safety of EV. Is it really a serious technology for India? Of course, a lot of early adopters moved in, and they are even now driving the Nexon 30 kilowatt and very happy. Obviously the market has grown. The first year we probably sold 1,500 cars. Mm-hmm. Today we are talking about 100,000 cars. The industry is 200,000, likely to be 200,000 this year. So I think huge journey. And the good thing is, last month the EV penetration in industry was about 4%.
Okay.
And I think usually after 5% industry really takes off. So I think it's a great journey. I should also thank all the early adopter customers.
So it's at that sort of cusp of
exactly. It is at the cusp of mainstream. But over the last 4 years, 200,000 customers have adopted EVs. And I think they are the real flag bearers of the industry. Yeah.
And also one more thing is what Tata.ev has done differently from other EV brands is enter the mass market EV with the Tiago EV, the Punch EV.
Absolutely.
Because that's quite a different thing. So how do you see that shaping up in terms of the, obviously people who buy that car is for the first time, they are a bit pensive. So how do you see that segment shaping up?
So in many ways, to bring in change in the entry market is extremely difficult. Whether even a brand name change is very difficult. Then a mother brand change is very difficult. And but we thought it is always better to start from bottom up, try to address the concerns of the, entry car buyers, which are usually high. Fortunately, we've been able to achieve that to a large extent. We've been able to give them access to latest technology at definitely affordable prices, shown that the EV tech is very reliable, perfectly suited for the country. So yes, it has paid off. I think the entry EV will continue to be extremely strong going forward. We had not even scratched the top of the surface in terms of the early entry EV market. And I think over the next few years, the technology will go into the smaller towns of India. The used EV market will really grow. So a lot of people who are upgrading from two-wheelers will find an ideal solution in the used EV market. So yes, it was a challenge for us getting into the low end of the market, because that's where the cost competitiveness is very high. But I think it has given us a lot of learning, which we are applying everywhere else.
And like there's no one else. I mean, no one else has come into this segment.
I mean, we were the first to get in there, but I guess everybody else realized how difficult it is to get in there. Because like I said, you have to really be extremely conscious about cost. But to be honest, our products, both Tiago and Punch, while we are giving it at a great price, we have not compromised anything. Each of them come with regen, great technology in terms of screens. The Punch comes with active architecture, reasonable battery packs as well, fast charging enabled. So no compromises, yes, but still we are giving. So I think we are happy to be catering to that customer all by ourselves.
Also, I'm a big fan of the Punch EV, especially for the price that it brings. But let's move on to the beast that's standing next to. It's again something that gave us quite a surprise, because when we learned you had chosen an all-wheel drive, because typically at this price there isn't anybody else that offers it. So what was the decision to go for a dual motor layout? Because considering at this, I think because of maybe cost, people always revert to a single motor layout. So what was the thought process?
See, our entire EV journey, if you see, we have always given customers much more value than what they are paying for, right from the Nexon EV, where we gave a lot of tech. You spoke about Punch EV, which had almost 3-4 segments above kind of features coming in at that price. the same approach here as well, we've always tried to democratize the latest tech, whether it is the screens, the regen technology, or even the the apps on the music system, etc. So here we thought we should move into all-wheel drive. I think Tata Motors has not been in the AWD for some time. Exa was the last product that we had, and the decision was taken that we should go into a more modern version of the all-wheel drive, and Harrier was chosen. But the advantage in the modern version of AWD is that not only you get the off-roading, you also get much more power delivery. You're able to do crazy kind of acceleration, 6.3 seconds for 100 meters, 100 kilometers. Customers have not so far even experienced that. Safety, nobody talks about. All-wheel drive means much more safety on wet roads, more grip. So that is the thinking, let us give more value to customers. And this car is very important for us in some ways, because so far the discussion was when EV will be same price as ICE. But now we are seeing EV is lower price than ICE, but gives much more power, much more features, much more value. So that's why I think, it has been receiving a lot of love from customers, but also I think it's a very important turning point in India's EV adoption. Because like I said, lower price than ICE, but much more value.
So can we see this all-wheel drive dual motor in other EVs in the future?
I think we are quite encouraged by the kind of response, and we will definitely consider.
So there has been good demand for the all-wheel drive?
Very good demand, I would say, much more than expected. We've already announced that a week back, we announced that we have received 10,000 bookings for the Harrier EV. A lot of it is towards all-wheel drive.
So the customers are gravitating towards
the top because they see the performance, they see the value in it. I think Indian consumer is more money for value now, more
and also surprising that you have all-wheel drive, yet many other players who just entered, they are offering single motor for 60-70 lakh rupees.
Exactly.
I wouldn't know.
Everybody have their own reading of the market, to be honest. I think Indian market is very competitive, changing rapidly, so I can understand everybody having their own understandings.
But it is kind of how someone like Tata who's giving much more value than now the bigger EV only brands, because they have the ability to disrupt. This is a disruption.
That's true. I think it's about our industrialization, localization, right sizing for India. Nobody does it better than us.
Absolutely. And obviously, one more thing is the amount of technology that the Harrier EV has. Digital mirror to the screen and a lot. So is also that a differentiator for EVs, because the EV buyer is a bit more tech focused, if I'm not wrong?
Absolutely. EV buyer is tech focused, but to be honest, the Harrier.ev is not just for EV buyers, It is for anybody willing to spend anything between 20 to 30 lakhs. Fortunately, a lot of our buyers are first time EV adopters, They have not had any EV earlier. It shows that customers have been in the market analyzing and evaluating EV market, and for the first time there's a product which ticks a lot of their boxes. Whether it is the prestige of a big car, the performance, space, all-wheel drive ability, range. So I think it's a very sweet spot. It happens to be an EV, but it does a lot of other things right.
So Tata wants to say that the reason you buy is not just when EV, it's a really good package.
It's a perfect car. It happens to be an EV.
I think that's just one of the reasons, not the main. It's a value for money thing.
Absolutely.
One more thing, I'm moving on to another car which probably you might expect where I'm going at. Obviously the Sierra EV, because it's the fan following the brand has, even the name, there's a lot of interest and anticipation. What can you just tell us something, if you just give us something to...
I'll give you 2 pieces of information. We will launch it this financial year. You will probably start hearing first news about it a little earlier. We will launch it in both ICE and EV. So these are 2 big sets of information I can give you.
But we saw the ICE version at the Bharat Mobility. So in the Tata Motors portfolio, how do you see it fitting in the between? Obviously you can't give much giveaway, but
see, Sierra is a lifestyle SUV, right? It's always been a lifestyle SUV, that kind of a design and all that. So it is more for people who are, it'll be different things for different people, but we don't want to classify it under a price bracket or a general industry classification. It's a very unique product. It will appeal to a lot of people, but you can't say that this is where it sits, So it's more like
I won't press you much, but at the Auto Expo, I think the last time the EV concept had a lot of cool, very different design themes. So we'll see that trickling down.
I mean, we have always stayed true to our concepts, so I think it will be very close to that.
Oh, fantastic. Last question is, because obviously looking at the aggressive product strategy, how do you see the EV segment growing in the next 5 years?
I spoke about it, June, I think the industry achieved almost 4.5% penetration, which is almost close to, I would say, a seminal turning point. In other countries across the world, we've seen that once the EV penetration reaches about 5%, the curve really takes off, the hockey stick curve.
Yeah.
So I'm very positive about the EV penetration this year. I think with lot of competitors also coming in,
Yes.
Just today we've had, I think, 3 different launches.
Yeah, absolutely.
The buzz overall is very high. With products like the Harrier EV, we have shown what an EV is capable of. And at the same time, it's at a very, very affordable cost. So I think very few hurdles for the customers to overcome. You're getting everything in an EV, and it's going to be a very strong upward curve from this year for EV adoption.
So your expectation is quite aggressive in the next 5 years.
Absolutely, yeah.
So will you be also be sort of, because it's very tricky to also have ICE and EV, so will it be equal or will you be more focused on EVs?
So see, ICE will continue for some time. It's not that overnight there's going to be, it's a gradual change which will happen, and expectation is that 25% of India's market will be EV by 2030.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's still just a portion of the overall market. It's going to take some time, but moving to 25% penetration is a big deal, in a market of 4 million. So, I think we'll have a lot of EVs on the roads in the coming years.
And so let's wrap it. Last question is, do you think more competition is always good for Tata.ev? I mean,
Definitely, I think, for 4 years, we were the only people talking about EV, educating customers.
That's a big
and people, even though we were doing it to promote what the government wanted, the government wanted rapid EV adoption so that, 2 reasons. One is, of course, pollution, but also the import subsidy, duty load on, fossil fuels. I think it's a very big oil bill that we have. But we were seeing as pushing an EV agenda because we were making EVs. But today everybody have come in. Suddenly the customers realize that actually EV is, something that every manufacturer is making and wanting to push. What's also happening is that we did not have any like-to-like comparison. We have a physical product. Customers were comparing it with some imaginary product, But today more and more people are realizing that actually our products are great value for money, have all the latest technology at a very good price. So I think it's working to our benefit, definitely. We also have more than 8 billion kilometers of data with us for us to deliver the right cars for India, reliable, robust, and right size for various kind of usage. So I think competition is welcome. And it's going to help, all of us will work together to expand the industry.
Thank you so much. Thank you for speaking to us.
My
and
pleasure,
look forward to the car.